So yesterday we had such a beautiful Murli where Baba spoke to Kumars, but really speaking, Baba spoke to everyone, right? So we will continue with the same Murli. It's a long Murli, so I will directly read and we will discuss, as the Murli goes on. So let me share with you the screen. So Baba is saying, Baba is saying a Kumari is said to be more elevated than 100 Brahmins. And so, how many are you Kumars more elevated than? One Kumar is shown with 7 Shitalas, goddess of coolness. And so, you are more elevated than 700 Brahmins. So, Baba is still talking to Kumars, and Baba is telling the Kumars that you are even more elevated than 700 Brahmins. Kumars are hard workers and can do whatever they want. Each of you Kumars should prepare your own group. Have a race, not a competition amongst yourselves. Baba always uses 2 words in Hindi. Race karo, rees nahi karo. Rees means competition. Because competition is, when competition comes in, then there is body consciousness, right? Because competition will then lead to comparison, and then there will be criticism, and then there will be conflict. So I always tell people about these 4 C's of body consciousness: competition, criticism, comparison, criticism, and conflict. We don't want all of these 4. So what we want, which C do we want? We want calmness. And that calmness will come to us only when we are soul conscious, right? So Baba always says, have a race. Have this desire that, yes, I have to run fast in my efforts, but at the same time, no competition. So Baba says, no matter how much Maya tries to shake you, you must remain like Angad and not be shaken even slightly. So who am I? I'm a stable soul, just like Angad. So this Murli is on self-respect. We have to remember all the self-respect points. So this is one of the very important self-respect points, that I am an unshakable and immovable, stable soul like Angad. So Baba says, Maya should not even be able to shake you by your nails. If you have even a slight sanskar of weakness, Maya will make you belong to her. Therefore, die alive. Die alive to your old sanskars. Even people, worldly people, they are using this word nowadays, die alive, which Baba explains to us so beautifully. So you have to die, you have to be in this body, but die from your past sanskars, from your old sanskars, because this is your new birth. So Baba says, any obstacle is just a lesson for you. By learning these lessons, you will pass with honors. The other day, Baba said in the Murli that these obstacles that come to you, they are like your teachers. They teach you something, right? So always see them as your teacher, as your guru. They have come to you to teach something. So Baba says, by learning these lessons, you will pass with honors. Whatever happens, you should learn a lesson from it and not start asking too many questions of why or what. Yesterday also Baba said, why, what, when, how, all these questions. If you have all these questions, then which title? Baba said you cannot take. Anyone remembers? Which title you cannot take if you have all these types of questions in your mind? Yesterday Baba reminded us of the title, Master Trikal. Yes, good. Yes, Trikaldarshi. So one who is Trikaldarshi will not have these questions. Why, what, when, how. Right? So if we are Master Trikaldarshis, we accept everything. Whatever is happening is beneficial for us. Because Baba had told us so many times that for Brahmins, nothing is harmful. Everything that is happening to you, there is some or the other benefit. So Baba is saying, Kumars are constant servers. You do all-round service. So another self-respect point for Kumars, they are constant servers who does all-round service. You serve through your thoughts, words, and deeds. Since there are so many all-round servers, there are many hands available. Today's Murli also. Here we read in the morning. For you, it is yesterday's Murli. Baba said, you have to be right hands of Baba, not left hands. Right? So I was just thinking about it. What would be the criteria of calling ourselves as right hands versus left hands? So we can be right hands to Baba only when we are always there for Baba's service. When we always say, Haji, whatever comes to us, we never make excuses, but we are always there for Baba's service. So our service that we do for Yajna should not be convenience based. Sometimes Baba's children, they do convenience based service. So if it is convenient for them to come to the center, they would come. But that is not handers. Right-handers means those who are ready to come out of their comfort zone and serve Baba. So they are true right-handers, true servers. So this is a very important point to check. Am I right hand or am I left hand of Baba? And Baba said, if you are right hand, then you will get a high status. So if we want a high status in the golden age, then we have to become right hands of Baba. So Baba says, Baba says, together you can all perform great wonders. So now Bab Dada is meeting Adhar Kumars, married brothers. For half a cycle, you have been visiting places for a glimpse, darshan. And the Father has now come from the supreme abode to have a darshan of you. See, this is so elevated. Baba has come to have a darshan. This is so humble. Baba is so humble. He is saying that yesterday, I think 2 days ago, Baba said in the Murli, I thank you. And in this Murli, Baba says, I am having a darshan of you. So Baba is so humble. So Baba says, looking at something is called having a darshan. The Father comes to see his children. Here it is not that type of a darshan. Here to have a darshan means to celebrate a meeting. Right? Such a beautiful meeting we have with Baba. So Baba says it is a darshan through which you become fully satisfied. Other Kumars are those who constantly live in a pure household. In an unlimited household, you are constant servers. And in a limited household, you are constantly detached. Baba always gives the example of a lotus, right? Yeah, he's giving the example of lotus flower. How lotus flower stays in the mud, but still maintains its beauty. So Baba says this group of other Kumars is a bouquet of lotus flowers. While living at home, your stage is that of a destroyer of obstacles, is it not? So this is another self-respect point. Who am I? So I'm a detached, unlimited, constant server, like a lotus flower. And then I am a destroyer of obstacles. So Baba says the stage of a destroyer of obstacles is to be constantly equal to the Father. It is the stage of a master, almighty authority. So stage of a destroyer of obstacles is a stage of a master, almighty authority. So when you remain in this stage, no obstacle will attack you. See what Baba is saying? Because we are equal to Baba at that point. Master, almighty authorities. So no obstacle will attack you. When you are not constantly in the stage of a master, almighty authority, sometimes obstacles will influence you and sometimes you are able to destroy obstacles. So Baba is emphasizing on this self-respect. Who am I? Always remember, I am a master, almighty authority, a destroyer of obstacle. Then Baba says, for however long you are influenced by an obstacle, you accordingly incur a loss of 100,000 fold. When you spend an hour in a worthwhile way, you accumulate 100,000 fold. Similarly, when you waste an hour, so it's the other way around also. When you waste an hour, you incur a loss of 100,000 fold. So Baba is now telling us the choice is yours. What do you want? On one side, there is loss, and another side, there is benefit. So Baba says, therefore, now finish your account of wastage. So no wastage, full stop. Baba says, pay attention at every second. If we want to really want to take an elevated status, we want to really go far ahead of others, want to come number one, then what we need to do? If we want to come in A grade, then we have to remember 4 A's. Dadi Janki always used to say, be alert, be active, be attentive, and be agile. So pay attention at every second. You are the greatest children of the greatest Father. And so you should constantly pay attention to this. So pay attention that there should not be any kind of waste. So no waste thoughts, no waste words, no waste deeds, no waste interactions, no waste talking, no waste listening to anything. So many different types of waste we have to avoid. Right? So Baba says, while living at home, remain constantly free from Maya. Remain loving whilst detached. Right? Baba always says, don't be just detached, because only detached will not create harmonious relationship. If you want a harmonious relationship along with detachment, there has to be love. Right? So Baba says, by carrying out your household duties whilst remaining detached, you become constantly Maya-proof. That is, you remain detached. Those who are detached are constantly loved by God. See? And when we are detached, we are loved by God. What it means is that we will be able to absorb Baba's love when we are detached. And when we absorb Baba's love, so we become full. And then we will be in that condition to give love to everyone. So detached from everyone else and attached to one Baba and absorb Baba's love and then reconnect to everyone, giving love to everyone. Right? So this is how we can experience harmony in life, harmony in relationships. So see how beautifully Baba is teaching us how to lead our lives, the art of living. Actually, Baba is teaching to us. So Baba says those who are detached are constantly loved by God. To be detached means to be a trustee. A trustee has no attachment to anyone. Like Baba said in the Murli yesterday, be complete beggars, right? So becoming complete beggars means nothing belongs to me. So beggar consciousness or trustee consciousness, so important. So Baba says a trustee has no attachment to anyone because he has no consciousness of mind. So all of you are trustees, are you not? When you consider yourself to be a householder, Maya can come. However, when you consider yourself to be a trustee, Maya will run away. See what Baba is saying? If you want Maya to run away, then you have to be like a trustee. When you have the consciousness of mind, you give birth to Maya. When you have no consciousness of mind, Maya cannot take birth. See what Baba is saying? Maya cannot take birth. So me and mine is what gives birth to Maya. So me and mine is the mother of Maya. Right? So Baba says, just as insects breed in rubbish, so too Maya takes birth when you have the consciousness of mind. So the easy way to become a conqueror of Maya is constantly to consider yourself to be a trustee. So, when we consider ourselves to be trustees, nothing belongs to me, everything belongs to Baba. I'm just an instrument. So this consciousness will automatically makes us very humble, right? And when we become more and more humble, then ego will automatically go away. We don't have to make efforts to chase away ego from our lives. Just like Baba always says, always remember that you are a peaceful soul. So if we continuously remember and practice, I'm a peaceful soul, then this anger will go away from our lives. We don't have to work hard to chase away anger, right? So here again, Baba is saying the same thing. But constantly, if we remember that I am a trustee, then automatically you become a conqueror of mind. So Baba says so this is another self-respect point. Who am I? I am a trustee. I am a conqueror of mind. So all of you are clever in this, are you not? A Brahma Kumar means a trustee. Although you live at home, you are a Brahma Kumar, not a household Kumar. When you remain aware of being a Brahma Kumar, you remain detached while remaining in your household. However, if instead of considering yourself to be a Brahma Kumar, you consider yourself to be in some other relationship, Maya can come. Therefore, constantly remember your alokik surname. Alokik surname. We have to remember. That is Brahma Kumar. Then Baba says, you are experienced about everything in your worldly life. So other Kumars, Baba is talking to them that you are experienced about everything in your worldly life. Are you just as experienced in being a master ocean of knowledge who discovers the jewels of experience by going into the depths of knowledge. See what Baba is saying? Become experienced in this also. Go deep into the ocean. So this is another self-respect point. Who am I? A master ocean of knowledge who always experiences, who always discovers the jewels of experience by going into the depths of knowledge. So Baba says, what do you discover when you go to the bottom of an ocean? Jewels. So too, the more you go into the depths of knowledge, the more jewels of experience you will discover. Right? Because see, in any ocean, on the surface, there is so much noise because of the waves. They create so much noise. But as we go deep inside the ocean, there is so much of silence. And in that silence, we are able to discover jewels. So this is what Baba wants from all of us. Baba many times says, do not just be on the surface. Don't just surf, but go into deep into the ocean so that you can discover new points. And that is what gives happiness to the soul. See, someone goes deep into the ocean and discovers beautiful jewels from there. They become so happy. So similarly, when we go into when we churn the knowledge, go into the depth of every point of knowledge, and we come to know beautiful points, then we also become happy. So this is one of the ways to make ourselves, to keep ourselves happy all the time. So Baba says, by doing this, you will become an embodiment of experience. And Baba says, to be an embodiment of experience is the best authority. Right? So Baba says, then when others see how experienced you are, they too will become experienced. So you share your experience with others. So they also get experience. So Baba says, have you become experienced in this way? One is to listen to knowledge and speak knowledge. And the other is to become an embodiment of experience. To listen to knowledge and speak knowledge is the first stage. And to become an embodiment of experience is the last stage. So there are so many stages in between, right? We have to listen, we have to then imbibe, and then we have to churn, and then we have to use the knowledge, right point of knowledge at the right time. And then we have to share. So that will make us an embodiment of experience. So Baba says, the more experienced you become, the more eternally free from obstacles you will become. So this is so beautiful. If we truly want to become free from obstacles, then we have to become more and more experienced. So Baba says, continue to develop your experience and become an embodiment of experience of every virtue. So we should pick up one virtue from every day's Murli and practice that virtue throughout the day. That will make us an embodiment of experience. So Baba says it is important that you have the experience of whatever you speak of. All of you Pandavas are embodiments of experience, are you not? When someone tries to shake an experienced person, he is not able to. Whatever Maya tries to do to an experienced person, she would not succeed. You are experienced in the obstacles of Maya, are you not? An experienced person would never be deceived. Underline point. We are experienced, no one can deceive. So make your foundation of experience strong. Baba wants our foundation to be very strong. And that is why, Baba, after the Murli, Brahma Baba would, give one point to these dadis. For example, Baba would say, "Now take this point that I am an imperishable soul." And then Baba would take them to the mountain top. And then Baba would ask them to churn only this one point. And this is how, their foundation became so strong. These dadis, because they churn every point of knowledge, they churn and they became that. So, Baba is saying constantly continue to progress at a fast speed of effort. When you are fully stocked with pure thoughts, all your waste thoughts will stop. Again, Baba is using two rhyming words, stock and stop. So if our inner stock is full with pure thoughts, then waste thoughts will stop because there will not be any space inside. So where will they come? Where will they stay? They will stop, Baba says. So continue to churn one or another point of all the knowledge you hear every day. To have waste thoughts means to lack the power of churning. This is also so important, underline point. Waste thoughts means you don't have the power to churn. That's why your mind is going here and there. So Baba says, learn. So if you don't have, then learn, Baba says, how to churn knowledge. Now Baba is explaining how we can churn the knowledge. See, Baba is such a great teacher. Every little thing Baba is teaching to us. So Baba says, just take one word and go into the depths of that world. So, like I am an imperishable soul. Just feel that you are really not going to die. And this is how, dadis, they became so strong. They became so fearless because they churned every point of knowledge. So Baba says, just take one word and go into the depths of that word. Give yourself a topic to think about every day. And then your waste thoughts will stop. Very simple. And Baba is giving us every day's Murli so many things to think about. We can choose any topic and we can churn on that every day. So Baba says, whenever you have any waste thoughts, come to Madhuban with your intellect. The 4 pilgrimage places in Madhuban. Each pilgrimage place has its own importance. So for waste thoughts, Baba always says, come to History Hall. Sit here in the History Hall and give all your waste thoughts to me. So Baba says, when you remember the atmosphere and the elevated company of Madhuban, all your wastage stops and your way of thinking changes. Madhuban is the land of transformation. Whatever you want, you can go there and you can get. That's the land where you get everything, land of blessings, land of transformation. So Baba says all your wastage will stop and your way of thinking changes. If you other Kumars don't become Brahma Kumars, you cannot make progress. So other Kumars, they have to become Brahma Kumars to make progress. Then Baba says, when every action you perform is in the awareness of your being a multi-million times fortunate soul. So this is another self-respect point. Who am I? A multi-million times fortunate soul. So when you are in this awareness, each of those acts will be elevated and many others will continue to receive the message through you. You are messengers. Wherever you go and whoever you come into contact with, continue to give them the Father's message. So we are God's messengers. Baba says, continue to sow the seeds. Sow the seeds. One day they will come, even if they are not listening. Baba says, maybe little by little, you give them Baba's introduction. One day they will come. So Baba says, never think that you have given knowledge to so many and yet only 2 to 4 have emerged from that. Some seeds bear fruit quickly, whereas other seeds bear fruit according to the season. These seeds are imperishable and will definitely bear fruit. So Baba is reassuring us. Never get disappointed, never get disheartened that I gave the knowledge, but so to so many, but only few came. Baba is saying, you sowed the seed, you planted the seeds. So it's going to bear fruit one day. So these seeds are imperishable and will definitely bear fruit. Therefore, continue to sow the seeds, continue to give the message to everyone. Constantly keep a balance of remembrance and service and become blissful. So, Baba always tells us to maintain a balance. Whenever you maintain a balance, then Baba says you start to experience bliss. And there is another word that comes in between balance and bliss, which Baba uses many times. And that word is blessing. Baba says when you keep a balance, whatever you do, you keep a balance, then you receive blessings from everyone. And when you receive blessings from everyone, then you start to experience bliss in your life. Acha. Then Baba is speaking to Kumaris. Kumaris are the father's hands for service. All of you are the arms of Father Brahma, are you not? Are all of you ready? Are you those with a basket on your heads or a crown? So there will either be a basket or a crown. How can you place both on your head at the same time? Are all of you cooperative? Are you ready when asked to be? You are those who move along according to the directions, are you not? If you start walking fast, you will then reach your destination. Kumaris are always content. Does Maya come to Kumaris? Baba is asking. Kumaris do not have any other tails. Yesterday also Baba talked about tails, right? But to Kumars. And Kumaris also Baba says, you do not have any other tails. That means they don't have any other responsibility. So how can there be the tail of Maya? Just as you are free from the bondage of everything else, so too you are free from the bondage of Maya. Kumaris means free from bondage, no tails. Just like Kumars, no tails. So Kumaris are always double light. There is neither the burden of the bondage of karma, nor is there a burden of the past sanskars on the soul. You are light from all types of bondage. It is like this, is it not? Kumaris means to be free in every way. Not just in terms of relationships, not just the body, but free in your minds too. You are light like this, are you not? I was asking. The more you increase your speed of remembrance, the lighter you will remain. So with remembrance comes lightness. Baba is saying, remembrance is the way to remain double light. So constantly keep yourself light. When any situation arises, simply don't care. Take a jump and the situation will remain down below. See, Yukti Baba is telling us such a nice Yukti. Take a jump. Don't try to take a hammer and try to cut the stone, cut the mountain. Just take a jump, high jump. So Baba says those who are light can take a very big jump. So you have to be light if you want to jump. So Baba says, all of you Shaktis have the flag of the Father's revelation in your hands, do you not? Just as the other weapons have been shown with the Shaktis now have to hoist the flag of revealing the Father. The Father has to be revealed through each Shakti, for only then will there be cries of victory. Yesterday's Murli, Baba said, I have come to bring cries of victory. There are cries of distress in this world, right? So there will be cries of victory. So here Baba is saying, you Shaktis have to do that. The revelation of the Father has already taken place through the Shaktis, and this is why Shiva and the Shaktis have been shown together. Those who worship Shiva will also definitely worship the Shaktis. There is a deep relationship between the Father and the Shaktis, and this is why they are worshipped together. Shaktis have hoisted the flag of the Father's revelation, and this is why they are worshipped. To hoist the flag means to make a loud sound. To hoist the flag of revelation means that everyone should be able to hear the sound. Bab Dada is proud of the Shakti army. Those who were not helped to move forward by anyone else have gone so far ahead that they can change the whole world. The Father has made those whom people put aside, considering them to be hopeless, into those in whom there is hope. See, Baba uplifted women, right? So Baba says first the Shaktis and then Shiva. He put himself at the back. So never forget such a Father Shiva. Always look at your combined form and continue to move along in your combined form. Yesterday, Baba talked to Kumars and Baba said the same thing. Always keep one Baba with you. Let Baba be your companion. And that way you will never be alone. And you will never be tired. Right? So similarly, Baba is also telling to the Kumaris, always stay combined with Baba. Shiv Shakti. And then Baba is now speaking to the mothers. On seeing the mothers, there is great happiness. When the mothers fell, they fell to the feet. And when they ascend, they become the crown on the head. There would be happiness, would there not? When someone who has fallen then rises very high. For the mothers, there is just the one swing of happiness. Constantly continue to swing in the swing of happiness. Mothers have received from the Father a special lift with which to move forward. A little bit of effort on your part and 1,000-fold help from the Father. One step of yours and 1,000 steps of the Father. You mothers should always have the special happiness of what you were and what you have been made into. From being hopeless, you have become those who have lives filled with all hopes. What were you in your past life and what have you now become? The world is wandering around and you have reached your destination. And so there should be happiness, should there not? See how Baba is encouraging the mothers. People are still wandering, but you have already reached the destination. So Shaktis have come into their form of Shakti, and this vibration will continue to spread everywhere. While living in a household, if you live as a trustee, you will remain detached. So trustee consciousness, Baba is also telling the mothers. Again, Baba says, you will become an instrument to make your own life and the lives of others worthwhile. Constantly maintain the intoxication that you are the gopis of the previous cycle. Yes, Baba said yesterday's Murli, gops and gopis, they experience super sensuous joy, right? So we are the gops and gopis of the previous cycle. So always maintain this intoxication. Having found the Father, you have found everything. There is nothing lacking in your attainment. So constantly continue to dance with the Father in happiness. All name and trace of sorrow has finished. Right? So Baba is asking us to dance with happiness. In the minds, always keep dancing. Then Baba says the main virtue of the Shaktis is fearlessness. You are not even afraid of Maya. Are you fearless to this extent? Baba is asking. Even if Maya comes in the form of a lion, that is, if she comes in a fearsome form, Shaktis are those who ride lions and are fearless to this extent. So that is why they portray Durga sitting on a lion. So that is symbolic of someone who is courageous, someone who is fearless to that extent that even the lion-like situation, I mean, fearsome situation comes, they are able to handle with ease. The situation becomes a slave in front of those Shaktis, right? So Baba says, those who stay in a fearless stage grant a vision of their form of Shakti, constantly holding weapons. The world will come to salute this form of yours. See, intoxicating, right? If you mothers simply continue to fulfill all relationships with the Father, you can claim number one. If you mothers pass in becoming destroyers of attachment, you can claim a number at the front. Only this subject is essential for the mothers. Mothers have a lot of attachment. So Baba says, become destroyers of attachment to come in number one. So Bab Dada gives you mothers extra lift because he knows that you have stumbled a lot and seen a lot of sorrow. The Father is now massaging the feet of you mothers. That is, he is helping you. And this actually Brahma Baba, he did massage the feet of, dadis, when they would come to Mount Abu walking long distances, because those times the commuting was not easy. So dadis would walk for many miles and Brahma Baba would wait for them. He would wait with a bucket of warm water and a towel in his hand. And when they would come, Baba would massage their feet. So Baba was so humble, so caring. So this is what Baba is saying. The Father is now massaging the feet of you mothers. That is, he is helping you. The Father feels a lot of mercy for you. Your whole life was wasted, and so now pass in a short time. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children, and we spiritual children also say namaste to our spiritual father. Om Shanti. It's a long Murli, rich points to practice. So now I will stop, and now you can share what you took from this Murli. Om Shanti.
Shanti. The Baba says to remain free from waste is to have good knowledge at the deeper points of knowledge. Uh, that way, the highest stage, that is the last stage, we become experienced. So Baba said that to just have knowledge and to tell it out is to clear the first stage, but to become an embodiment of it, that is experience, is the last stage, and that is also one of the methods to be away from waste. And to remain light is to become an embodiment of remembrance. That's, if you constantly practice remembrance, then you become lighter. And Baba says to be away from attachment is to become courageous. So I took out points for each of the groups, and it also carries essence for others as well. Uh, Thank you. Om Shanti.
Oh, Chandy. So I like this point when Baba says, pay attention at every second. So one needs to have a constant, stage of master almighty authority. So not sometimes. We know that Baba doesn't like the word sometimes. Then, you are equal to the Father when we are constant. And Baba says if you are influenced by obstacles, right, accordingly you will incur loss. Even of 1 second means you are the loss is hundreds of thousands of fold. Okay, and whether you waste it or you use it in a worthwhile way, it depends. The waste and the loss is the same. You waste it, that means you lose it, right? 100-fold. And you use it in a worthwhile way, then you are there becoming multi-million, um, fortunate there. You are making it in the same amount. So the key is to, pay that or maintain that stability. And for that, we need that constant attention. So attention avoids that sort of attention also. Om Shanti. Sister, if you don't mind, can you give us some throw some lights about how to constantly maintain attention? Because often though we want to keep that attention, but I think slightly knowingly or unknowingly, that attention goes out of our hand. And I think it's because of the carelessness or laziness or we are losing our enthusiasm or I don't know.
Yes, that is so true. Because, our programming has become like that. We have programmed our mind in such a way for so long that we have been carrying a lot of waste. And this waste in the mind does not allow us to be attentive, right? So that's why Baba has all these different techniques, that we can use to guide our mind to the right path by doing traffic control. Every hour for 1 minute, we should stop the traffic of thoughts and just pay attention to one thought. Maybe you can take any thought from the Murli. And best way to guide the mind is, I always like to say that, you see your mind like a small child, and you know how parents, they teach the child to pay attention to studies. Little child will not sit at one place. Little child will jump around, move around, mm, not pay attention to studies. But then parents will, very gently, very lovingly, they will guide the child. Like, they will tell the child, what, if you don't study, you will not be able to pass. This is how you explain to little child. So once you make the child understand, once you convince the child, then the child will understand and child will then obey your orders. Whatever you tell the child to do, child will listen to you. So our mind is also like that. Mind has been wandering around, jumping around like a monkey. But now what we have to do, we have to forge a beautiful relationship with our mind by having a dialogue, by telling the mind that, this is the healthy food that you need to eat. Just like, parents teach the children, you need to eat this healthy food so that you become strong. Your bones will grow strong. Otherwise, you will stay weak. So you teach your mind, you tell to your mind, see, if you keep creating these waste thoughts, and this is junk food, you will become weak. I don't want you to become weak. You should be strong because I really want your creativity to emerge. So this is how you can talk to your mind, and then your mind will become more and more attentive. This is what I do. And
Very nice.
I have been able to achieve this, that I don't think waste.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just to add that, yeah, very nice. And I see it. It is sometimes I find it in my effort making stage. Okay, it is easy in the morning hours, and also I find it easy in the evening time. Okay, especially during the namasham time, and when we are at Sankatan in a center, it is all easy. But when we go outside, when I say go out, yeah, with at workplace or some other place, right? I kind of
Yes.
find it difficult to create that attentive states, because we know that without attention, not to maintain that, cannot maintain that object stage or to remember Baba also. Right? So sometimes if traffic control comes and we will, yeah, we know that it's traffic control, we will stay quiet and try to focus it, but the remembrance may not be that powerful or accurate. There will be mixed. So that also sometimes influence. That is also Maya, right?
Yeah, because see, this world is filled with so much of negativity. So outside world, when we go to the outside world, it is so easy to pick up the negativity because that is the dominating thing in this world. How many people in the world are positive? Only a handful, like we Baba's children. Most of the people in the world are carrying that negative and waste energy. So we also get affected, and that's why Baba says never go alone, always stay combined. So if you are with Baba all the time, maybe you can protect yourself, by staying away from the company of these people who are too talkative. Maybe, you come up with your own yukti, how you can be alone with Baba more and more. If you see that, in maybe there is a group of people in your workplace, they're talking. So maybe you move away from that place. So you protect yourself, from the company of these kinds of people so that you are safe. And if you are with Baba, Baba will guide you how to stay protected.
Thank you.
Yes. Anyone else? Anything else?
Baba defines trustee as being someone who is being detached and yet loving. That's a constant practice with agility, because I can just experience yesterday there was something happened with me because I have this challenge of reading the print media, and I was absolutely upset that I'm unable to even use external instruments to support me to read it. And I was so upset that actually my whole energy got drained, and I could come out of that situation in the evening. And today morning, Baba gives an answer that all that is attachment. So you and me, I what practice for me is just be a trustee, and whatever is showing up is not an obstacle; it's a challenge for either soul to move forward. So today he explains three different things: what is love, what is the attachment, and how it equates to trust, being a trustee. That's a practice for me to take home.
Yeah, I think now time is up, right? So
Yeah, we can move on to meditation for a few minutes and then we can close.
yes, sure. So now let's see ourselves, becoming an embodiment of experience of the knowledge that Baba is giving to us. Let's see ourselves going into the depth of the ocean of knowledge and becoming an embodiment of every virtue, every power, becoming unshakable, immovable like Angad, staying detached and loving like a lotus flower, staying light no matter how challenging a situation is, always staying combined with Baba, paying full attention to our thoughts, words, deeds, and revealing Baba by becoming his messenger. I, the soul, am a master almighty authority. See yourself in this powerful form as Shiv Shakti, revealing Baba and claiming number one. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you. Thank you, Kanishka Ben, and thank you, Baba. Thank you, Divine Family. We shall connect again tomorrow. Until then, have a wonderful day.
Thank you,
Shanti.
everyone.